just one or even two different triggers that I do for one video. Definitely let me know down in the comment section down below which of your triggers in this video were your favorite. Definitely give me your feedback. Do you like these longer length re-uploads or just longer length videos in general? Before I finally jump into the video, if you enjoyed this video, definitely subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate it. At the time that I'm filming this, we're almost at 300 subscribers, so let's definitely get to 300. Now, let's jump into the ASMR. Alright, let's officially get this ASMR started, okay? I kind of was trying to start with the countdown there, but let's actually get started, alright? Let's do a few breaths here. Let's get relaxed. Let's get comfy. All that good stuff. Alright, let's just get started. Let's get started. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. And out. I'll do a few more. Breathe in. And out. Do one more. Breathe in. And out. Alright, let's officially get into the ASMR, shall we? Back to Midnight would make it really good band name. Well, there is a group called Midnight, so half of that name kind of already exists. What is the alphabet card redeem? So I'm actually doing it right now. Angelica just redeemed it. So what it is I found these cards where they're all letters of the alphabet on each card, and then once we do a letter, I'll explain it more. So basically what I'm trying to do is just grab one letter here. I'm just shuffling, but not too much because it's kind of hard to shuffle because they're a lot smaller. Okay, I'll do this one. Alright, so we have the letter I. The letter I. So with the letter I, everyone in chat put in a good trigger word that starts with the letter I. So this is what the alphabet card is. So put in a good trigger word you think starts with the letter I. Introspection. That's a good one. Introspection. I want a house for slab. Oh my gosh, I guess we can talk a little bit about that. I know I is kind of a hard one, so I'll give you some time to think about that. But yeah, no, the whole thing with the Oscars. It's funny because I wasn't even really gonna watch the Oscars, but yeah, I mean, in my personal life, I mean, there's a lot. Like, I think there's a couple things it comes down to is that I think, we don't know, like, their history, right? Like, we don't know what, like, the history is between Chris Rock and Will Smith, if there is any at all. We just don't know. And we don't know what's going on in their personal lives either. Or, obviously there's a lot of speculation just in the past few years on how Will Smith and Jada's relationship is going. So I first came, I honestly thought it was fake. But, you know, when they muted Will Smith, I was like, okay, I don't think this is fake. But, like, I don't know. I just feel like the way it all played out, where, like, he slapped Chris Rock and then, like, they didn't, like, have him leave or anything, and then he won the award. I don't know. It just seems, it seems a little weird, you know. I'm not saying that it wasn't real, but it's just a little weird, you know. I know the history. He was making jokes on Jada's hair conditioning called alopecia. So Will did when he has been shit. Yeah. No, for sure. No, I think it all depends, right? Because, like, I mean, I didn't see how, like, Jada reacted to it. Like, obviously, if she acted really negatively towards it and all of that, like, you know, definitely, you know, he was defending her. So I definitely, like, kudos to him for that. I just feel like I don't really have a side to it. I'm just kind of like, it's not great. It's not great, obviously, on either side. Unfortunately, it brought attention to the Oscars. You know, it would have been the boring Oscars without it, right? So that's what's kind of more going through my head, unfortunately, you know. Here I am commenting on it, but yet I don't feel like I don't really have a side to it, I guess is more what I'm saying. So I've just watched that clip, and when he slaps him, it looks so funny. I can't. I mean, to me, when I first saw the slap, it totally looked like one of those, like, just the angle it was at. It looked like a fake theater slap to me. Just saying. But I wasn't there, so, you know. But that's just me. Who, like, will we ever know? You know, obviously, I wish them both the best, and I hope they can reconcile, or hopefully have already reconciled. It is hard, because, like, I just feel like, you know, I don't know. I feel like I've always been a pretty big, I'm not a huge Will Smith fan, but, like, I don't know. He just seems like a good, like, person, you know, and, like, seems like he's had such a long, successful career, and so there's that, and I don't know, I feel like that just definitely seemed out of character for him, and I feel like, especially since he won Best Actor, and, like, he's one of few Black people to do it, I just feel like that moment was kind of ruined by that, you know, so it's unfortunate. Yeah, there's a whole thing too, but, you know, I don't know much about it, unfortunately. I've heard things here and there over the years, but, you know, I just wish them the best, and that, you know, they've been together so long, and, you know, have kids and all of that, so, you know, I just wish the best for them, you know. Etch a Sketch sounds would be awesome. Ooh, you're right. I wish I had one. Maybe I can find one for super cheap. That'd be fun. Something like that. Or, what was the other one that I had? Or one of those things where it's, like, kind of the same shape as an Etch a Sketch, but you, like, press your hand down, it's like little beads, and it, like, looks like it's like your hand. You know what I'm talking about? Where you, like, press your hand in, or you go like this, and it's like, I feel like that would be really good ASMR too. For instance. Ooh, that's a good one. T for Senda and hello. Icicle. That's a good one. Can we do up close whispers today? So does that mean we're like, I'm really up close to the camera as I'm whispering like this, or even closer? Exactly. Do you mean by that? Yes, like that. Okay. I'm trying to think of what would be some good things to whisper. We can do OLP's positive affirmations too. We can kind of do that all in one, I guess, a little bit. Juju, we talked about it a little bit earlier. Do you know what I'll do while I'm whispering? We did talk about it a little bit. I guess, like, my point is that I'm not really free, like, on either side. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I don't really know. I just hope things are okay. The thing is that I feel like a lot of hosts for different award shows and things like that, they're very, like, they would all make jokes like that where they were, like, roasting celebrities and stuff. It's obviously nothing new. But I just think in this day and age with social media and everybody getting canceled, I feel like left and right. But, like, I think along with that, I should say, like, being canceled, but like, I think with this day and age of social media, we're all like very like open to other people's perspectives more. So I feel like those jokes like aren't funny anymore. You know what I mean? Where I feel like even 5 years ago, I'd argue, like, or like 10 years ago, like people would have thought it was funny. But nowadays, I feel like nobody like thinks it's funny, or like it was just done kind of in poor taste. You know what I mean? I feel like, you know, I can comment on it, but I feel like, I don't know. I feel like both were kind of bad and both were kind of good. I don't know, you know? And then the other part of me is just like, oh, this was all, whatever to make the Oscars more exciting. You know what I mean? I feel like that joke was insensitive, but at the same time, they didn't give a, yeah, you know, I see both sides of it. And then the whole other side is that I'm kind of like, this all just seems maybe not 100% planned, but somewhat planned so that people would tweet about the next day. Like, it does seem somewhat manufactured a little bit to me, because, you know, nobody's watching award shows anymore. Only like my parents' age and older are watching them now. So I could see where they would do something like that to do that. But at the same time, like when he was cussing Chris Rock out, that did seem genuine. So like, who knows? I just feel like in general, I hope that, I don't know. I wish the best for Will and his wife, Jada. I hope whatever they're going through, I have no idea if they are going through any issues, that things get solved and resolved in some way. I hope that Chris Rock and Will Smith can kind of come together and be on good terms. So, you know, I think that's really the best way to look at it, is you just hope that there's no more bad blood between any of the three of them, you know. Will Smith hits Chris Rock on stage. Yeah, no, and it was not long after that he won it too. So yeah, it's just, you know, I really, other than that, you know, I don't have much. I think it all goes down, to me, it just all goes down to that it was a poor joke that was taken badly, not only by Will, but a lot of people. I just hope everyone's doing okay. Exactly, Simon, exactly. So, you know, I totally get that, you know what I mean? Let's see. So, what are some good positive affirmations? I need to go back to whispering. I want to try and whisper a lot more. All I guess I'd like to say is that just know that everything's going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. Just know that if you're really struggling right now, if you're going through something difficult, whether it's within your house, within your family, or something at work, something with a friend, something with a significant other or a partner, just know that it's all going to be okay. As long as, of course, what we just talked about kind of made me think of this, but, you know, as long as you have good communication, which I know can be hard sometimes, you know, as long as you keep at least an open communication with the other people that's involved, or, you know, or if you're not even at that point, just know that whatever happens, everything happens for a reason, to help you learn, to help you grow. And as long as you go through it in as much of a positive mood as you can, in a way that will not harm you or harm anybody else involved or anything else involved, you know, that's the best way to go about it. But yeah, there's a lot of people go through a lot of struggles. You know, everyone does. Everyone has their own set of struggles. So just know you're not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. So everyone has their own set of struggles, and just know that you can get through it. You can do it. You can do it. Everything will be okay. Everything will turn out okay in the end. It may not be perfect or how it was at the start, before everything happened, but it will get better. You just have to believe that for yourself, and know that you yourself can get better. You yourself can learn from this. So yeah, there's that. It's going to be okay. It's going to be feels like it. Alright, Simon. Alright, Simon. Let's see your name trace. Alright. S I M O N underscore M I N D S E T. Simon Mindset, Simon Mindset, Simon Mindset, Simon Mindset. S I N O N underscore M I N D S E T. Simon Mindset, Simon Mindset, Simon Mindset, Simon Mindset. There you go, Simon. I hope you enjoyed that, as always. I think I'd be a good air traffic controller, literally doing 3 things at once. Oh my gosh. Are talking about you modding and things like that? Is that what you're talking about? Or something else, because either way, that's pretty impressive. You're welcome, Simon. You're welcome. I'm doing good. Well, I'm glad you're doing good. First of all, I'm doing alright. I don't feel neither good or bad. I just kind of feel normal. In the middle. Which, honestly, I think it's a nice place to be. Just sort of in the middle. Sort of just not really ecstatic or sad. Just kind of not peaceful. I guess peaceful. In a way. It's nice. Discord plus 2 streams. Oh my gosh. You're gonna do it. You've got this. You've got this. It's so peaceful when the beast is full. Who's the beast? I have one on PC and one on phone currently. Oh my gosh. Well, I pretty much try to keep my eye on the chat too, so no worries. My connection won't allow me to watch both as neither one of you have quality options. Oh yeah, I think so. I think that you only get that when you're a partner. I think. I may be wrong, but I think there's more options or something with that when you become partner. Yeah, Juju's here too. Why don't they make airplanes out of cork? Seems like it would be a good idea. Why do you say that? Why do you say that, Broke, as a joke? I know a little bit of cork fell. Because sometimes when you scratch, the little pieces come out sometimes, and there's a little piece right there. Yeah, why do you say that? It's very light and it floats. True, but doesn't it only float in water? So wouldn't it make a better boat? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Yeah, go team, yeah. Maybe eventually I'll have a mod emote. The dove and the blankies. I know, I should film a video tonight, but I just feel like, I don't know, I have ideas, but I just don't feel like they're quite ready yet. So that's the other thing too, is I feel like I want to take more time, like, planning my videos properly and things like that. So I don't know, I feel like I should film a video, but also, I don't know, I do have a few VODs saved that I like, so maybe I might just edit one of my VODs and put it up potentially and try that out and see how it goes, having a more extended video. I mean, it will be pretty edited, so it won't be like the whole VOD, but it'll be probably most of it, so I might try that out just because, I don't know, it's like, but it's hard, 'cause it's like one part of me is like, just do that, and the other part is like, do a new video. But also I want to do it when I don't want to do it when I'm not ready, you know? Because that's something I want to get better at, is putting out really well thought out, good quality content for the most part. Obviously, I feel like, you know, with things like, especially with like TikTok or YouTube Shorts, it's kind of hard, but like with more, you know, the long form videos, it's something I want to get better at. Okay. Oh, let me see if the music just ended. Let's see. Oh no, it's a long one. I think it just repeats. Ooh, that is a good one. Intellect. 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 That's a good one. Oh, it's a hard one, so all are coming up with some good ones. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Yeah. Intelligent. 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 Intelligence. That's a good one too. Inanimate. 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 Inanimate object. I like that. I like that too. Y'all are good. Alright, let's see what the tarot has to say. Right. What does Angelica need to hear about their love life? What is something they need to hear right now? Some advice, some guidance. Oh, do you know what I should do? I got some new candles. I think I showed it on stream. I think I did a candle haul last stream. We could light one of the candles. That might be kind of nice. Have a little candle burning in the back. And I think it's one of the wood crackling ones too, so I could bring it over and y'all could hear it. I used to do that early on in my ASMR streams. I used to do that. But then I wouldn't always have candles around. I would burn them too quick. Okay. Taking a little while here. We'll see. I know, candles are a vibe. It's sad because I can't really smell them, unfortunately, but I do like the vibe that they bring. And I like the ones that crackle. They're ASMR too. Okay. We do. I don't know why. There's just not coming as fast as spirits. Let's see. What do you have to say? Oh, we'll do that one. The feeling you get when you walk past Yankee Candle in the mall and you want to. Well, yeah, I'm not really
not a big fan of like those kind of things. Well, I mean, like I said, I can't smell. But the candles that I got are from Etsy. I lately have been really liking, whenever I do get candles, I like to get them from Etsy. I think, and a lot of them are soy based, I think, as well, which I think is better. So a lot of my candles are like a little bit like better for you, I think. And a lot of them are a little bit more like spiritual. Like some of them include like candles or have some sort of meaning to it. Not all of them, but a lot of them, which I really enjoy. You've got the pillar. The pillar. I'm trying to remember. I think this card has another name in the original tarot, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, there is a lot going on. There's the phases of the moon with the rose in the middle, and then up here we've got a star. So let's see what that's all about. The pillar. The pillar, the pillar, the pillar. Pillar, pillar. Pillar, pillar. Where is it? I imagine the pillar would be... That card is pretty. Yeah, it is. I know, all of these cards I feel like are pretty, really. Okay. Okay, I was right. So, in the original Rider-Waite, this is the Empress. The Empress. So, that kind of makes sense. So, the pillar or the Empress. That makes sense because of the moon phases. You know, the moon tends to be more of a feminine planet, so that makes sense. And then the rose in the middle, that definitely makes sense. So the theme of the pillar is nurturing, love, and pleasure. Nurturing, love, and pleasure. The pillar signals the presence of the earth, the elements, the sacred receptive force, and natural beauty. When the pillar comes to you in a reading, it may be indicating the beginning of a new life. You are to be nurturing. This could be literal, like a baby, which I don't think it is, or metaphorical, like a new project. The pillar holds the intersection of a love and creation, so that kind of makes sense. So I imagine, you know, this kind of creation coming down, you know. So this intersection of love and creation, the love swirls around you. You need to nurture and express these energies and allow them to take form. A lovely aspect about the pillar is that they have huge capacity to hold all things. They are masters at playing different roles and rising to the needs of others. So this card may be pushing you to expand a bit. The pillar is also an invitation to deepen your self-love practice. Honor your body and all things physical pleasure. Spend time in nature, soak up the earth and solar energies. This is a time of growth and abundance. And the more you align with the earth, the more you will be able to call in assistance. So, it's true. No babies. Yeah, it's probably not actually babies, but I guess, like, let's say someone was wanting to have children, then this card would definitely say yes, like, for sure. But definitely probably more on the metaphorical side, for sure. So it's saying you could even be yourself, I would argue. You know, it's all about nurturing yourself and giving yourself love. So I'd argue, again, self-love is really important. But it also could be you're just pouring a lot of energy and love and nurturing into a project that you're doing, or what else? Like a project, or, you know, something like that. I mean, a project kind of encompasses all things, right? Or it can be in a lot of different things. It can be in your career, or it can be a hobby. It can be anything. So you're putting a lot of nurturing into this, and it's something you've created, because, you know, it talks about that. You know, it's something that you've created and something that you have to continue to nurture. You know, so it's basically just saying that you kind of are embodying that right now. You're embodying that sort of energy. It's the Empress. So think about the Empress. And then, yeah, self-love, self-care. Yeah, honoring your body. I know, like, for me, lately, especially within the past, like, 6 months or so, I've been really big on, like, taking baths. Like, I remember when I first took a bath, I don't know, it was like this special energy I've never felt before. So maybe try doing something like that, or something that really, like, that feels pampering or just feels good in general that maybe you've never done before. But, you know, still nurturing, still comforting, you know? That's just an example I have, and that's something that I've been doing that I never thought I would get into, but it's become a little bit of like a ritual for me that I would do either once or twice a month. You know, I don't do it all the time, but we don't all necessarily have the time to do things. I mean, that's just an example. But it's just saying to, you know, it's saying spend time in nature, you know? Get out in the grass once in a while. You know, it talks a lot about the earth as well. You know, the pillar, I think of it as very like grounding. So if you do anything with the earth or out in nature, those are good things too. Or out in the sun, you know? Yeah, exactly. So that's maybe something else, or maybe whatever you're nurturing or this project involves that too. So that's kind of the general energy I'm feeling from you. You know, it's the Empress card. Think of the Empress. I hope that resonates with you in some way. Gives you a new perspective, and all that good stuff. So there you go. Oh yeah, candles. That's what I was about to do. Candles. Let's do some candles. Ooh, I forgot to take out the like burnt pieces, so we'll just set it over there for now. Forgot to do that. But the candle that I'm lighting, so this one, so the Etsy shop that I have been really enjoying, it's called Cherished Peach. Cherished Peach, that's the name of the Etsy shop. And this one is called Hide and Seek. And it's called that because, as you can see back here, there's I think it's an agate? I think it's agate stone, some sort of crystal stone thing. So that's why it's called that. And it's definitely I imagine some sort of like fresh but also like outdoorsy scent, because it's got blue spruce, pine, and cedar. Blue spruce, pine, and cedar. So very much like tree scents. So, but because of my very poor sense of smell, I won't be able to smell it too much. But burnt pieces, I know usually what I usually do is I grab a nail clipper that I don't use on my nails, and it cuts off the little, especially for these the wood ones, and then throw it away that way, but I forgot to do that. But yeah, let's see how this sounds. And let me turn down the music a little bit more so you can hear it, hopefully. It is kind of a smaller candle, so you might not be able to hear it too much, but okay. I think you can. So sounds really nice. I know we're getting into warmer weather, but this kind of vibe definitely is like a sweater weather vibe. the weather we're just getting out of, but it still sounds really nice. But yeah, I really like the wood ones. You can see a little bit of the light back here reflecting from it, but yeah. But yeah, it's funny. I had another one, my first one that I got from this brand. It was called, what was that called? Why can't I think of it? It was something like about simping. And you all made fun of me for it. It was like just simping or something like that. So, and those had like crystals on it. It was all about self-love, which is really good. And then along with this one, another one I got from them was called 888, which is like all about, supposed to bring like prosperity and things like that. I don't know. I just like how it's got little meanings with it too. Do not go out already. Do not go out already. It's kind of, you know, we have to let it burn for a while so it can melt properly and melt evenly. I don't know if you can still hear it, but yeah, so I'll just leave it in the back for now, but okay. Come on, stay lit. It's wanting to stay lit. There we go. Let me put it in the back so it's just kind of out of the way and in the back. in the background. Oh yes, I was doing the cork tapping. But I can maybe do something else. You know, Gigi, I know this is one of your favorites. So let's bring out the fluffy mic cover. Light's kind of showing through a little bit. Looking pretty good. Yeah, I think that candle's really, it's giving cozy vibes. So it calls for cozy, fluffy mic cover. Sometimes I get mesmerized by epic triggers. What are some of your favorite epic triggers? Candles are cozy, yeah. Oh, look at that. It's looking really bright back there. That's nice. That is one thing that I maybe want to look into, is potentially a green screen. I feel like for the things that I'd want to do, I think a green screen would fit a little bit better than just this background. Yeah. So it wouldn't be for like every stream or every video, but just for certain things, you know. I like the water ones and the tapping ones and the brushing one. So I feel like a lot of them. Aaron doesn't do green screen like ever. Yeah, that's amazing. I'd love to have a background like that. The only thing is that I'm at an angle, so like literally right in front of me is a corner of my room. So it's not like, as you can tell, it's not like I'm against a flat wall. It's like this corner like shows like basically all of my room basically. So it's kind of hard to have things like, it's easier with a more of a flat background to kind of have things on the wall and stuff, or if like I put things on the wall, you can't really see it, you know. You know, that's the thing too lately with ASMR, is that there's things that, like, I really need to declutter stuff in general really bad. But I feel like I always say, like, I feel like any object could be ASMR. So it's like, I always second guess myself. I'm like, would this be good for ASMR? And then I have to be like, no, Sam, like, you could probably find something else that would be better, you know? You have the best ASMR sounds. I appreciate that, OOP band. That means so much. It really does. I'm glad you're enjoying it all. So far, I'm liking the vibe of this stream. Maybe this VOD will end up on YouTube, maybe. Because so far, I'm really liking the vibe of it. You're finding some really cool triggers too. Yeah, I try to. Gotta be unique somehow, right? Just like trying a bunch of different things, seeing what works. Because, yeah, I really like this one too. We just need an anonymous tipper to come and stir the chur off. I know, I need a rich, oil prints to find my stream. Or lately what's been funny is a lot of the people who are not anonymous that either give subs or give bits, they do really well in like the NFT space, which is super interesting. So it's like I need either an oil prince or some NFT millionaire or something to find my stream. I know there's a lot of people, a lot of streamers out there who they stream for, I mean, I've found some that are like this, that I've even thought of recently that I've either followed or just raided because I knew they were small. But they stream for like a month and then unfortunately, don't continue for a variety of reasons, but so it's crazy. I'm just going to rest. I'll be here though. No problem, ASMR Southern Pal. We've got very good cozy vibes here, so definitely perfect for that. And I appreciate you stopping by. Well, maybe they find out there's not much money in it. Yeah, well, I'm very lucky where I don't think I even had my current job yet when you came in. But yeah, I do have a full-time job, which is nice. So, but yeah, no, people think there's a lot of money in it, but when you're first starting out, there's not, Yeah, it's resting. I will say one thing though, I do feel like, in my personal experience, I've made more money on Twitch than I did when I did YouTube back in the day. So but I don't know. I feel like once I do get to that monetization threshold on YouTube, I think it will be better. But back when I had a beauty channel, didn't get much. But I'll get there. We'll get there. It's interesting. My busiest months, I feel like, where I got a lot of growth on my channel was strangely in August. So near the end of the summer. Not really sure why. This is my suspicion, is that I think with people going back to school and stuff, they maybe feel a lot more stressed or whatever. So maybe that's why. And then, September, October, November, pretty dead. December I come back and I'm popping. December, I was really popping. With the holidays, that's how it is on YouTube too. And then January was pretty decent, and then the past few months have just been kind of So I imagine when summer comes back around, hopefully we'll pick up a little bit more because people will be out of school, or even in May. When I was in college, I ended school and graduated in late April. So, I imagine with people being in school and whatever, that takes up a lot of time. I'm baking some pasta right now. That sounds so good, Valks. That sounds so delicious. I haven't had pasta in a while. Did I party in school? Well, in high school, not a ton. In college, I was in a sorority, so I did a little bit, but nothing too crazy. A, because, I don't know, I'm not much of a drinker. I wasn't then really either. But also B, this is what would happen half the time, is there would be some sorority party I would go to, and then 9 times out of 10 the next day I'd have some big music performance I had to be in. So even if I wanted to party like a lot, I really didn't always have the opportunity to do that, and if I did, it was very rare. So I did a little bit here and there, but nothing crazy. Yeah. It was a small sorority, so it was one where it was only at the school I went to. I started this school a week ago, and it was my first day. And it's a common thing to make parties along with all the other schools in your area to celebrate. I had fun. Oh, well, that's fun. That's so fun. That's so fun. Have you ever thought about being a virtual teacher? It's funny you say that. A lot of people are like, oh, you should be a music teacher, blah, blah, blah. I don't think I would have the patience to be a music teacher. I feel like I would just be like, why don't you know this information? I mean, I definitely have thought about potentially being like a voice teacher just because I literally have a degree in it, but do the wobble. Hello, hello. Thank you for subscribing for 3 months with your Prime sub. I really appreciate it so much. I really, really appreciate it, and I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you, and let me know what you like for your name trace. I can do the fairy wand, or just my hands, or gloves. Let me know. I really appreciate the support. I really, really do, and I hope you're doing well. Thank you for dispelling the myth that sorority parties aren't a bunch of gals whacking each other with pillows. Yeah, no, they're not. American TV does not portray sororities accurately. Yeah, no. Oh my gosh, Fiddle, another resub? Oh my gosh, we've got a lot of resubs tonight. We have a lot of resubs. Hopefully the alert will come up at some point. Stream Elements. Or maybe it came up already and I missed it. Either way. Oh, there we go. There's Fiddle. And Fiddle, let me know if you'd like a name trace as well, but if you're resting and you're sleeping, I get that too. Dealer's Choice, I've been lurking a lot lately, but I've been enjoying your stream a lot. Well, thank you, Do the Wobble. I really, really appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. And I appreciate lurking as well. You know, I appreciate anybody who's lurking. I totally get it, so I appreciate it. I heard parties in the USA are not as they are portrayed in movies or TV shows. Well, the thing is, there's lots of different kinds of parties. You know, there's like, you know, I feel like, I don't know, there's just so many different kinds. I don't know. I don't know, and I think it just depends on if you were a party person or not, you know. I feel like I didn't probably go to as many parties as maybe some others, you know. But do the wobble. Let me do your name trace for your resub, alright? D O T H E W O P P L E Yeah, I'm curious about this boost thing. I'm curious if it works. We'll see if any new people come in. Hype, let's go. But is it also a hype train? Like, can you... Because I feel like hype trains, like, still exist, right? I don't know. I guess we can do... I don't know. We can call... I mean, it's a boost train, so I guess, you know... It's still a train. We can do a little choo-choo. Hopefully it doesn't, like, fiddle up too much, but... Hype train, boost train, let's go. The aura feels boosted. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad the aura's feeling that way. That's honestly, the aura being boosted is way better than being monetarily boosted. You like that? Love the hype train. I know. I still can't believe. Because I was thinking about getting rid of this. Same with the rain stick. And I was like, no, they'd work for ASMR. And I didn't even, like, connect with the hype train. Like, it's perfect. But coming to your streams always boosts my aura. I appreciate that so much. I really do. I really do. You can still see the candle lighter there. The bright green candle lighter. I always wonder if your neighbors hear the train whistle. Well, I don't know. I feel like for some reason, I may be wrong, but I feel like the sides are pretty soundproof. Like I don't hear like my neighbors. It's always my upstairs neighbors that I hear. So I imagine they probably, hopefully, cross my fingers, knock on wood, they don't hear me. But also this direction, this is out a window, so maybe it will soften that sound a little bit, hopefully. Juju's pushing out my socials. Let's go. Yeah, if you haven't followed me on YouTube or anywhere else, I guess subscribe to me on YouTube or on any of my other social medias, please do. What on earth is she doing down there? Well, I guess the other thing I didn't think of too, because you would think like when you're an ASMR artist, like people would hear whatever you're doing, right, and think you're weird, but it's like most of the sounds you do are so quiet, like. And, like, for me, I'm just in, like, a little corner of my room. Like, I don't think they're really going to hear much. I feel like I honestly hear more of what's, like, outside than anyone really hearing me, you know? All the ambulances. All the cops. I feel pretty good about where Twitch is generally. I mean, I want to make it better for sure. But, I mean, I've talked about this before. How I want to just spend more time on YouTube for sure. I guess I would be curious how long the boost lasts, you know? Does it last the whole rest of the stream? I'm curious. I'm curious how it works. Yeah. Honorable. realized I might not be able to hear it too well because I've got the fluffy mic cover on, so it might sound a lot softer, but I really do like the sound of this though. I really need, honestly, if I found just like a wood block, but it was like square and like this size or even a little bit smaller, that'd be perfect. I keep wanting to say Gibby, but Gibby, whatever her name is, didn't she make like a cork like toast thing or something? So maybe I'll make a wood tapping block. Yes. I hear she's like, yeah, I've heard that too. Yeah, I've heard she's been around for forever. To me, she seems like I know none of you know beauty guru references, but to me, she seems like the Emily Noel 83 of the ASMR community. And Emily Noel is like, she's been around forever. She's not the biggest channel, but darn heckin' she's been around for forever, you know? A toaster coaster, yeah. So yeah, I just need to do the same thing, but with like this kind of wood, you know? By the way, I don't know if we have a lot of new viewers or not, but if you're here from the boost, I'd be curious to know. I'd be curious. I have no idea. I don't see the view count, so I have no idea. But also, if you want to lurk, that's cool too. We've got a really nice, cool, calm, chill vibe here tonight. It's cool cucumber vibes tonight. Yeah. Cool cucumber. Cucumber, that's a good word. Yeah. It's a good trigger word. Cucumber. Cucumber. It's the candle. Yeah, that's true. The candle's looking good back there. The candle's a good influence. Should I light a candle every stream now? Or maybe, I don't know about every video, but because I feel like, well, I guess I could do it for videos too, depending on what it is. Yeah, maybe I should. I used to. Well, what I would do is it would be on the, it'd be on the purple jar that I bring out for fiddles ding dings. That used to have a full candle in it. And so what I would do is I would, tap in it like I still do. But then after I did it, I would light it. So maybe I should bring it back a little bit. I think I tried putting it here too, but the problem is like there's not, what you can see is there's a lot of space, but depending on where the camera is, there's not always a lot of space. Test things out. Or I know like people in the past have recommended me getting like fake candles, just so there's an actual, like there's more of an ambiance, more of a vibe, but I can just flip them on. So I can do that too. A mix of fake and real. Either one is good, yeah. I wonder how this will sound. It's almost cup of tea time. Well, I know it's late for you, Simon. It's like a late night cup of tea. Cup of tea. You try something else. Totally not an alien. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Welcome. Everton, well. Kelsey with the dairy wad. The fairy wad, you mean? I can do that for you. Dilly's tea time to mod. Welcome. I know we have. I bet you a lot of the new people we have are. I assume we got recommended, right, from the boosted. I'm curious about that. But hello. Welcome on in. I can't spell for the life of me. Well, this is definitely relaxing. I'm gotta say, so glad I found the channel. Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Well, I hope to have more relaxing nights, but, sometimes the stream and chat can be a little chaos, but a good chaos, a fun chaos. So if you definitely like relaxing ASMR, but also sometimes fun, chaotic vibes, you've come to the right place. But all right, T4 Senda, let me do your name trace. All right, T4
and there's no ear licking here. But yeah, no ear licking. None of that stuff. Yet, sometimes there's still the occasional people that come in and want me to do that. But, and you know, to each their own. I'm not going to judge you if you like that, but that's just not my thing. It's not in my content. I just want to have a chill time. And have it be a place for everybody to relax and chill out for a bit, you know. Because, you know, chill time is a fun time, yeah. It's funny because, like, that is the one thing that I was a little bit hesitant about with doing ASMR is, you know, I still want it to be fun. You know, sometimes we have a little too much fun, sometimes, but, you know, I want it to obviously provide good ASMR, have it be relaxing and chill, but, you know, I want to have fun too. You know? Resign as a mod, live on air if Sam started doing that. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Yeah, if I did that, yeah. I'm here for cool combo and chill vibes, yeah. As you can see, I do kind of a mix between soft-spoken and whispering. I kind of go back and forth. I admittedly probably do more soft-speaking than, I don't know, I should do more of both equally, but I kind of go back and forth. Because I know people have a preference of that too. I know, like, it's funny because I would at one point like to get a 3DO just to kind of see what the hype's about. Try it out, because I mean, I do think it's got a purpose. Like, I definitely think it works. And I just feel like, especially if I were to do it more on Twitch for sure, I feel like I would be the only person with a 3DO who wouldn't do a ton of ear licking stuff. And so I feel like if I were to use a 3DO, I would get a lot of people who would see that and be like, do ear licking? And I'm like, no, I know I have a 3DO, but like, I'm not gonna do that, okay? Obviously, like, I think some things would be fine, and it's cool doing different binaural sounds, but like, I would not go intense, you know? If Twitch does clean the category up, though, what does that mean for Amaranth? Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, someone's coming in saying you're using it wrong. I know, right? Oh my gosh. I suppose she keeps within the boundaries. I have no idea. She's making the website a lot of money, so she might be an exception. I love Amaranth. She's doing pole dancing now. She's really good. You know, hey. Do your thing. She's making a lot of money, obviously, so, you know, good for her. And she does seem like actually like a sweet person, you know? I bet she's a lovely person. But I just wouldn't do all the things that she's doing, you know? Personally. I'm just not comfortable with, I mean, I'm literally wearing a sweatshirt, like, hello? Like, I'm just not comfortable, like, showing off all the time. I should say. But let me tell you, whenever I wear anything slightly revealing,
Like, I think it was like a couple streams ago. I would argue it's not very revealing at all, but it was like, it's like kind of a tunic top, and it's really long sleeves. My shoulders are covered, but like, there's a little bit of an opening here. Like, it barely shows my boobs. And I swear, there are people that come in and like, are more, you know, like, whatever. Like, it's crazy. Or like, back when I was streaming in the summer, whenever I would wear a tank top, well, it would be a mix. It would be people saying I was a whale, or people being like, oh my god, like, you're so whatever. So it's very interesting being a female on this platform. Welcome to life, but like, in real life I wouldn't get stuff like that. To be fair, I have a friend who does pull classes for enjoyment. Yeah, no, for sure. Like, yeah, exactly. Welcome to life. That's normal today. Welcome to Twitch. Sadly, yeah. Well, I think it's normal on the internet. You know, welcome to womanhood. I guess it's just more interesting, you know. I feel like before doing Twitch, I would have never thought of myself as, I don't know, I don't want to say like attractive, but like, I don't know. I just feel like I've never had anyone outwardly be like, oh my god, you're so hot, or whatever, you know. It's just weird. But I mean, I'm kind of used to it now, sort of. But it's still funny sometimes.
Can you say sleep very slowly again? Oh, sure. I would do my best. Sleep. Sleep. Well, I think you're doing amazing right now, and I've been here about 10 minutes. Very welcoming community, relaxing vibes. I really appreciate that, Barksy. I appreciate that so much. You have cool vibes. I appreciate that. By the way, sometimes, for those of you who are new, I kind of gurgle sometimes. I think it's because it's sort of like me still kind of getting used to whispering more. But also, on top of that, you might hear my stomach gurgles because I am a little bit hungry for once. So, that's probably what I'll be doing after stream. I'm glad you liked it, Lacapella. Or Yacapella. I can't tell if it's a L or an I. Hello, Mr. Bones. Yes, you are a very cool person. I really appreciate that. Handsome Bones. Sarah Bones. Welcome back to the Miss. Alright. Excuse me. See, that was more of the gurgle that comes out occasionally. The handsome Mr. Oh my gosh. You could go on forever. I forget, do you like the fairy wand? Most people like the fairy wand, or T4 Thunder renamed it the dairy wand, so. Handsome Bone, King of Bones Town. A wand, okay, I couldn't remember. Alright, let me do your name trace. misspelling is sticking in my head. Your misspelling is sticking in my head. But yeah, no, I don't know why. I feel like I'm saying tinkles, but I'm like, come on, go tinkle. Come on. I just realized, I need to do this trigger. I do it every stream. I think I've done it every ASMR stream, except once. I think it's fluffy glove time. So I'm gonna mute the mic for just a second to take this off and we can do the fluffy gloves. So these are my fluffy gloves. They're like kind of a like spa lotion glove basically. And it's become something I do every stream. I even have an emote for it. Oh yeah, I forgot about that command. My hands also get really dry, so I like to put some lotion on too. My glasses. Oh, V-Band, do you want me to put on the Joe Burrow glasses, like the old ones, or the new pink Kanye ones? Which ones? We've got two choices now. Or just random. I guess I can do random. One's okay. The like original ones. I know they're both pink, which is pretty funny.
Where is the Joe Barrel glasses? Oh my gosh, the glove almost stuck to it.
Yeah, welcome to the Sam Fam. That needs to be a more, like, term that I use more often, is the Sam Fam. But yeah, let me know for your name trace if you'd like the fluffy gloves, which I haven't done yet tonight, or the fairy / as of tonight, dairy wand. Let me Yeah, it's like the way it comes out in my whisper. It's like that. But it's Jew. I feel like I need to work on that. I should work on that. Making it sound more like a J. But even that sounds like J, like CH. I guess that's just one of the harder letters to really pronounce right when I'm whispering, I guess. I pick. I feel like everyone does the fairy wand, so I feel like while I've got the fluffy gloves on, I might as well do your name trace with those. Alright, here's your fluffy glove name trace. B E A There you go. I hope you enjoyed that name trace. Thank you for that redemption. Gloves are so relaxing. I'm glad you enjoy it. How am I? I am doing alright. I'm doing alright. Nothing too crazy. I feel like I'm not really like ecstatically happy or super sad. I'm just kind of chilling in the middle, which is honestly nice. But I am traveling pretty soon to see family, so I I swear that I think I had COVID before, like, we all knew COVID was even here. Before we knew it was COVID. Because, like, my brother and my mom have both have COVID, but, like, I supposedly have it, and, like, I have asthma and, like, all of that. Like, I have way more of, like, health issues than they do, I feel like. So I remember that, funny enough, around the Super Bowl, it was probably about a month and a half before we all went into lockdown, I got really sick. Like, it was so bad, and, like, I think COVID, apparently it gets in your lungs a little bit, so, like, even more with me having asthma. So I got so sick to the point where I always make this comparison, but I literally felt like the wheezy penguin toy from Toy Story. I literally felt like that. Like, my breathing, I was like wheezing. It was crazy. And I would try my inhalers. I would try my, like, albuterol. Like, I would try, I have this, like, breathing machine even that I have that's kind of like a non-portable version of, like, an inhaler. And, like, nothing worked. Nothing. Like, my breathing had not been that bad in, like, over a decade, because I have my asthma pretty well controlled. But, like, I literally had not had it bad in forever before then. So I have a feeling that it was most likely COVID, but it was in February before we knew anything about COVID. So, but I have a feeling it was, because it's kind of weird that, like, the rest of my family, who, like, doesn't really have many, like, health issues like I do, would have it and I wouldn't, you know. It doesn't make sense. But I don't know if I officially had it or not. I never got, like, I know, isn't it like, for a while you could get like a plasma test or something to, like, see if you had it. I don't know, but I feel like, especially around that point, I was like, let the people who are, like, really sick, like, get priority over me, who's just curious if I had COVID, you know what I mean? Just stopped by, going to play some Fortnite now, have fun. I definitely will probably join you on Thursday's stream. I felt like playing Fortnite, but I was like, nah, I'll just stick to doing ASMR. But I've definitely been playing some Fortnite off stream, and usually I'm not much of a gamer, but Fortnite's been really fun lately, and it's been fun watching some other people play it too. So have fun, get a victory royale, but also just have fun. I got my first victory royale a couple nights ago, so that was fun. I know, it's a funny story. So the reason that I originally got Fortnite was, so this was around when the Ariana Grande concert was happening. So literally Ariana Grande is the reason that I got Fortnite. So I have, like, her skins and stuff and everything, but, like, hers is the only ones I have. But of course, like, I love music and I love Ariana Grande, so of course she'd be the reason that I would play Fortnite, and, you know, their marketing worked. But yeah, no, it's crazy. I think it's just luck sometimes. I feel like when I first started playing, I would be totally like that person, and I usually would play solo. I only play by myself. Honestly, what I do is I just, like, hide. I hide. Or, like, I try to just, like, be away from everybody. I honestly, with the victory royale I got kind of lucky. I mean, I don't remember anything major. I just remember, like, looking at the map once when I was away from everybody. I'm like, oh, there's only 2 of us here. How did this happen? And then, like, I thought I would find them in, like, some tower. Like, it was, like, the only spot left that didn't have a storm. So I was like, oh, I bet you they're up in this high tower, like, about to shoot me or something. But no, they weren't. They were, I
after I went up to the tower, saw that they weren't there, I came back down and then they found me. And, you know, it was kind of a shootout and then I won. And then the game froze as I won. And I was like, really? Game, you're gonna freeze? You're gonna freeze as I'm getting Victory Royale or whatever? Like, what the heck? I remember you humming an Ariana Grande song on stream once. Yeah. She's definitely one of my favorites. But yeah, I streamed the Ariana Grande concert on stream, but obviously it's not up anymore. But even then, like, what happened was I don't think I even did ASMR that day. I just decided to stream the concert, and then they of course were talking about like how the VOD, like you could get DMCA striked because it's her music, right? So I streamed the concert and then I deleted it like right away. And then I think I came back on stream and played a little bit of Fortnite. The one time I played it on the stream. But no, the concert was really well done, to be honest. It was really cool. Your glasses are awesome. Just had to come over and say that, but you're awesome as well. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's one of the redemptions that we have is to either take my glasses on or off. I mean, these I don't wear a prescription. Like, these are literally just like they're nothing. Like, they're not really even sunglasses, I would argue. They're literally like just for fun. Yeah, so Brownie, you would know. I got these on, I don't know if you know the story, but I got these at a Super Bowl party I went to, and there was one person who bought a bunch of these glasses. You know, they're trying to be like Joe Burrow glasses, so I call them the Joe Burrow glasses. Ariana Grande was on Victorious and Nickelodeon Epic Show and has done tons of voice work for cartoon. I was a little old when Victorious was around, but like even her first album is like incredible. All right, Florian redeemed a Kappa check. All right, so if you don't know what a Kappa check is, basically just pick whichever Kappa emote you like, whether it's the original or another one, and spam it as much as you can without getting timed out by stream elements. So feel free to put Kappas in the chat. Is this Joe Burrow? Yes. Yeah. You good? Yeah, it's been pretty chill today. It hasn't been too crazy, which honestly I kind of like. I know, so many Kappas to choose from. It's hard. But yeah, it's funny. I originally created that before. I always talk about how I created that points redemption because that was still when like the lore of like, oh, there's the golden Kappa somewhere, like every day someone different gets it. But then literally like 2 or 3 days later was when the Twitch leak came out. You know, remember this was a few months ago when the leak came out revealing like how much streamers make. Well, I guess apparently in that leak they revealed that like the golden Kappa was basically like a legend, like a myth, which is sad. But I still like the channel point redemption. Ariana Grande is married to Dalton Gomez. I didn't know who he was before she married him. I mean, he seems like he's pretty successful, but like he's not famous or anything. So like, honestly, good for her. Good for her. Honestly, I feel like that's probably a smart way to go, is to like, I guess, well, I don't know. I think it'd be interesting. Well, it probably happens more often than we think, right? Where there's like celebrities that marry non-celebrities. But I could see that being a good thing in terms of like the non-celebrity would like ground the celebrity, you know? But I could also see it being a bad thing where like the person who's not a celebrity might be like overwhelmed by all the celebrityness that happens like on a daily basis. You know, so I could see it being like a good and a bad thing, I guess. So that's where I would see like, oh, like no wonder like celebrities kind of get together with celebrities most of the time, because they just naturally understand each other when you're going through. But I think I knew that. I knew something like that. I'm not sure. But yeah, no, I've just always really liked her music. I mean, her first album, one of the producers on her first album was Babyface, who's like, he's amazing. Like, he's done, I think, he's worked with like Mariah Carey, which makes sense. He's done a lot of stuff like with like even a lot of like other like R&B stuff like my mom really liked. Like, he's just really a classic, so doesn't surprise me her first album was good, you know. Ariana Grande is married. Yeah, she's been married for probably, it's definitely been at least a year, I think. She's been married for a year. I mean, she's married to, as we're discussing, she's married to like not a non-celebrity, so I mean, she hasn't kept it secret. Like, she's shown photos and stuff, but I guess there's not a lot of drama around it, and she married kind of a non-celebrity, so I guess I could see where people like wouldn't know. Or my trigger basket. So most of the different items that I use for my triggers is all in this basket down here. I'll show you. It used to be on my desk, but then when I got my PC, I had to go to the floor. This is my trigger basket. I forgot I have some bubble wrap. We can do a little bit of that maybe. Ariana Grande is pregnant. Really, I think I maybe heard a little bit of that. I don't know if I knew that or not. I have real like popping bubbles, but I also have this like toy thing, which I don't know if it really works, but I got that. Got all this bubble wrap. Turn up the volume. It can be a little loud. That was kind of loud. This might be a little bit of a test run. Keep up like the world is ending. I know. And they're pretty... Let me see if I can show you. I mean, they're pretty big. Like, they're not small. Stop focusing on my face. Can you see? Like, I mean, they're pretty large. People rumor about her being pregnant a lot. I don't think she is. Yeah, I don't know. Ooh, that was loud. I don't know. This is kind of a test run. I wonder if maybe because they're so big, it kind of sounds like I hate to say it, but like, kind of sounds like I'm like a BB gun or something. I wonder, I do have ones that have smaller air bubbles. I wonder if that might sound better and sound less like, I hate to say it, like a gun. I don't know. Let me know what you all think. I think pops are a little loud, but you love the bubble wrap sound. Yeah. So this is one that's a little bit smaller. So this might sound a little bit softer. You know? This is the one that I typically use with when I brush the mic over it. So we'll see, maybe this one will sound a little bit better. I know I've popped a lot of the bubbles on this though. So that's a little bit softer. You see, it's similar sound, but not as soft. Do I like rocks? You know, you've asked me that question like how many times over the duration of your time here. I don't know. You know, rocks are earth, so they're a natural part of life, you know? Yes, you have a lot. Probably too many times. Probably too many times. Yeah, LP band, I'm the same. Obviously, is evident by like my badges and everything. Like, I like pretty looking rocks, but not just like all of them. But you know, I don't want to sound discriminate towards rocks. You see, exactly. See, I say that and then I say that and Angelica accuses me of rock discrimination. Alright. We'll do. These need to be clean. They're a little bit dusty. Here, let's see how it sounds. It did come with this little cloth with it, funny enough. Oh man, Alien, you don't realize what you got yourself into with that comment. Oh my gosh. You don't even know. Oh my gosh. She sleeps with her rocks. I'm cleaning the glasses because they were kind of dusty. Yeah, I think I like how these ones sound better than the bigger air bubbles. It's been a long time since I did a deep conditioning on me. Nice. Self-care, let's go. That candle's still going too. Looks so nice. I think I might do. I really, really liked tonight's stream, so maybe I'll put up this stream on Wednesday instead of like my normal video and see if people like it. Especially like they might like something that's a little bit more long form. So if you're on YouTube and you see this, let me know how you liked it. But I'll probably edit it a little bit, so it won't be, there'll be some cuts here and there, but. Do you watch PBS? They have a lot of British shows at nighttime that are like mini movies. I think I do have PBS. I don't watch a lot of those. But I know, what's the really popular one? It's either PBS or, what is Britain's, like, main TV station? Like, why can't I think of it? I sound like a tech on chat here. Sounds like a good idea. Well, either tonight's stream or, I do have a few really pretty old, not super old, but I mean, there's a couple where I have long hair. BBC, yes. There's a couple where I have longer hair that I've kept, that I've downloaded the streams, that I just really liked. Like, I liked the triggers that I did and all of that. So it either might be this one or, one of my other ones that I have. Because I'm feeling a little lazy. Just because, and I have video ideas, but I just feel like I don't know. I feel like I put a few videos out there. You all have enjoyed, but it's like, I want to definitely, with some of the ones that I want to put out, I want to like be fully prepared and like fully have everything kind of planned out, I guess, instead of just kind of winging it. I mean, so I think some of it's okay to wing, but like, I feel like I'm not quite ready for the one that I want to film, so that might have to wait until next week. Oh, Downton Abbey is also on PBS. Oh, Hobie Band. I think for a long time it was only on the BBC, I think, but I don't know. I used to talk ish on Downton when I watched it, and now I can't stop watching. I was talking about, I was the one that brought up, oh, yes, you were. Yeah, I remember, I forget, I think it was during one of my, what I'm trying to say is I remember watching the first episode of Downton Abbey on a plane, and I want to say it was during one of my Europe trips, because, you know, obviously you're on a plane for so long, and the episodes are pretty long. But when I watched it, I wasn't super impressed, to be honest, but I only watched the first episode, and B, I watched it on the plane, and honestly, when you watch anything on a plane, you don't really, like, get the full gist of it, because you're just trying to relax and survive on the plane, so. There's a new version now, because Downton Abbey there's a new version. I love British shows, especially throughout my childhood. I found myself drawn to them. Yeah, I feel like growing up, I personally have not been drawn to, like I'm not a big, like, Bridgerton person. I mean, they seem nice and they seem good. It's never
especially because sometimes it's hard to hear, like with the little headphones they give you, you know. So I feel like when it's something you've either watched before or something like super, like casual and like easy to watch, it's better. But that's just my opinion. That's just how I feel. But you know, when you're on long flights going across the Atlantic Ocean, you want a lot of stuff to watch for sure. There's an older Canadian TV show called Road to Avonlea. It's based in 1918. Is it based off of a book? I feel like that town name sounds really familiar. It's based off a book written by an author, and is it pronounced Newfoundland? I want to say Newfoundland, but I bet you it's probably Newfoundland or something. Interesting. I know, shockingly, I've never been to Canada. You would think that it's literally just the upstairs neighbor, but I've never been to Canada. I'd like to go. You need to go to Canada. It's so fun. I know. I need to. Yeah, I feel like the only thing I probably wouldn't like is I don't think I could live in Canada just because it's so cold a lot of the time, I imagine. Like I would not want to be really up north of Canada, that's for sure. I am Canadian. It's great. It'll most of the time, and then it's really hot. Really? So it gets really warm. I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's pronounced more flowy, like Newfoundland, but you can say Newfoundland, but actually pronounce land properly, yeah. I figured it was like Newfoundland, yeah. I know I always do a mic brushing, but we'll try it with that. Holy band, I almost thought to me it almost looked like it was 2 feet clapping. But it's hands. was kind of fun. It sounds like waves crashing against rocks really hard. Rainstorm. Ooh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, so maybe that's something I'll keep doing more. Legit sound. There we go. Maybe in the future I will do a bubble wrap YouTube video. Maybe. Oh no. I'm glad you like that. I'm glad you all like that. Something different. I don't know. I didn't even plan it or anything. It just kind of came to me, you know.